Welcome to my channel, Simply This Life. I am Candace and I am currently on a journey to minimize, simplify, and just be more mindful in my everyday life. I recently did a video where I shared with you what my life has been looking like a month into this journey. I'm now at about 5 weeks in, and I have no intention of going back. My life is changing by the day for the better, my family's life included. So I am so excited to continue sharing with you guys my experience and even some tips on how you can do this as well. It's actually not as hard as you think. In my last video, my 1 month update, I kind of talked about some things that I've noticed in my day-to-day life that have changed since becoming more minimal. I will link that for you down below. But today, let's go through the house. I want to show you areas that I've decluttered, talk about why it's helped, and just kind of show you where I am about 5 weeks in. My hope with this video is just to give you some inspiration to declutter some spaces in your house and just show you how things can look and give you some ideas of the things that you might really need, and everything else can pretty much go. So I hope you love this. Be sure and give it a thumbs up. Also click subscribe so you're able to follow along on the journey and the many, many more videos just like this one that I have coming for you. All right, guys, you ready? Let's do it. Those of you who knew me as a makeup channel knew how much makeup I had. I had filled this entire shelf with makeup. I have reduced it by about 90%. I'm so proud of that just because I had accumulated so much, and this is something that I did over the course of a couple of years, and then just recently did like one more big purge. But I have some lippies here that I like to change out for the seasons. Again, seasonal stuff, things that I'll wear in the summer, spring maybe. And then this is Lila's makeup kit. These are my makeup palettes. My goal is to get rid of this shelf and do something really pretty with this wall. So that's one thing that I'm realizing with minimalism, is that actually you make room for more beautiful things. Like I never thought this was pretty with all this makeup. I just didn't ever like the way it looked, and now I'm like, oh my goodness, I could do something really beautiful here that's very aesthetically pleasing. And then over here, this is where I keep more of my everyday makeup. So I just have a couple foundations. I actually recently did a video where I showed you my everyday minimal looks. Yeah, I could get rid of more. I really could. I think I have too many highlighters for sure. But this is not organized. That's the other thing I need to do, is go through and organize this. And I'd actually like to get rid of this if it works out, just because it's big. And I'd love to have this kind of just be an empty corner. So we'll see how much farther I can go with this. But so far, like I said, I've decluttered about 90% and it feels really good. I have decluttered my nightstand. I like to keep the book that I'm reading here. I am reading before bed now instead of being on my phone. So I'm having a really good time just burning through books. I'm learning so much. I'm just really happy. So this is the one I'm working on now, The Minimalist Home by Joshua Becker. Absolutely loving it. It's like a room by room guide. So I will have that linked below. I just grabbed that on Amazon. And then here in my top drawer, I have a book that I also adore, and I just don't want to pack it away because I have so many notes highlighted. So I like to refer to that. Another book I'm working on right now is this Natural Relief for Anxiety. So I've got that here. I'm also working on the Montessori Toddler. So I'm keeping that here. I have my bullet journal and then my gratitude journal under here, and then a planner, and then some stuff for health that I really love to look through. And then here in the bottom drawer, I have my scriptures and I have cords. So a charger for my computer and then a charger for my phone. Lila's clothes have been, it's been tough. I am not gonna lie. I have absolutely adored shopping for her. I have loved dressing a little girl. It's been a dream of mine, but I knew that I had to do this. This is like something that was actually causing me some stress, just looking in her closet with so many options. Although I do love her clothes, I just knew I had to do something. So I did pull out about half of her stuff, at least to pack away for now. This is what our playroom looked like just a few short weeks ago. And looking back on this footage, I cannot believe it. I'm so happy that we've decluttered this room. We actually have some fun plans for it. This whole room is one that I am so excited about. This used to be our toy room. It just was way too small for the kids. They completely outgrew it. So we're moving that to the basement and making this our office. I am super excited to decorate, but we are going to be using these shelves to store video equipment. My husband is a video producer, so we have a lot of equipment. We downsized our books by about 40 to 50%, as well as the toys, and we moved those downstairs. This rocker I've got to get rid of still. I'm going to put another desk in here for myself, but this is where Cody has been working. I'm going to work here and then do some really pretty decor, new curtains. And then in the closet, we have just a few little toys. But we used to have this place completely crammed, like we couldn't even walk in here. Every single square inch of this place was full, absolutely stuffed. So we've cleared all this out. We had another bin of toys here. This closet was a huge issue. So I got rid of half of Blake's clothes, half the toys, but I just want to make this a really creative space for Cody and myself, and have a desk here where even the kids could come and work on some art projects. They've been really into that lately. And then we're going to pull this television down and probably give it away. We've been trying to do a lot less TV, so that's been part of our minimalism too, is like reducing the use of electronics. So stay tuned. I cannot wait to see what this room can become. The boys' bedroom was another area that I was really excited to tackle. This room was almost impossible to keep clean because there was just way too much stuff in here. Way too many books, way too many toys. Things could not stay organized, and they actually used the underneath part of their bed as a stuffing zone. So it was not working for them. They never hung out in here. It was just the pits. It was horrible to clean. This is what we have now. We've actually converted the boys' beds into bunk beds, cleared out those books, cleared out the toys, and now it's actually a space that I find them hanging out in all the time. This is the bin where we keep all the cute little things the kids have made that we think are really sweet, that we want to keep and remember. This thing was completely overflowing. It was such a problem. I went through this with the kids and they picked their very favorite things. There were a couple things that I personally really loved and wanted to keep. This I'm going to make into a little binder so that we can flip through it and this stuff isn't forgotten. I feel like that's what happens a lot of times with kids' special papers, is you just end up putting it in a bin like this, like I did, and just kind of letting it pile up and forgetting about it. So I'm going to be making a binder for each one of them, and that's what they are allowed to keep. So it'll be a nice big binder, and then when they're ready to leave home, they can take it with them, and it's not just this complete disorganized mess. All right, I know decluttering sentimental items can be really, really hard, and I was completely dreading this project, if I'm being honest, but something that I did do is take pictures of the things that were maybe too big to keep, or things that were so cute, but just like there were cuter, you know? And so I didn't want to keep everything, obviously. So I just snapped little pictures as I went along. I didn't take too many. I just took pictures of some of our like second best, our second to favorite items. And I'm going to compile a little book for the kids. So they'll have their binder, plus they can have a little book with them to take with them in their future of things that they have done that I didn't save. And I actually put the kids in the pictures. So they're holding their little projects and their sweet little faces are so cute. So that's one idea I have for you too as you go through sentimental items, which I know can be so tough, is to just keep your favorites and then take pictures of the other things that didn't quite make the cut and then include your kids in the pictures and the process. That has worked really well for us. I also spent a little time decluttering my cupboards. I had all this full, completely full. So I got rid of a ton of glasses and cups. And then I want to go through and get rid of 3 or 4 mugs. I have so many. I'm a little bit of a mug collector and I got rid of a bunch, but I feel like I can get rid of even more. This has been perfect for us. Not having as many dishes has made a really big difference just in the dishes that I do. Sometimes we'll even hand wash things if there isn't anything clean, but I do a load a day, so we're generally able to stay on top of it. And then I have these cupboards under here that I cleared out. This was a complete mess before. These were spilling out when you open the cupboards. Everything was completely crammed and full. So I've made a little space and just kept the things I need. Salad bowl, mixing bowl, 1 pie dish, 1 serving platter, 1 pitcher. I just tried to keep 1 of things that I only needed 1 of. And then I had a couple of these like cake pans that were the same size, so I just kept 1 of each size. So that has been awesome. I did this a couple weeks ago and haven't missed 1 thing I've gotten rid of yet. This is where we keep pots and pans, and I have a couple extra dishes for when people come to eat. We really love hosting our friends and family. I am gonna take that blue plate to the Goodwill. That one actually missed the cut the first time. I think it was in the dishwasher. I want everything to match and be white, but 1 cutting board, like 1 mixer. I do have 2 of these pots. Let's get rid of this one right now because it's really beat up and it's the same size as that, and I just don't think I need to. This is what my pantry used to look like, and please tell me if you can relate. The pantry for me was just an area where I just felt like I put everything. I put home decor, I put birthday party decorations, I put all our kitchen, small appliances, and I just let it be this way. I let it be this way for years. I have an entire video dedicated to my pantry declutter. This has been the absolute biggest project I've done so far, and it has made the biggest difference. I did invest a little bit of money into it, and because of that, I just feel like I have what visually makes me happy, and I'm much more motivated to keep it organized and cleaned out. Like I invested in these pieces right here, which was such a good idea because it just makes me so happy. And again, I just care more about it. I have loved the time it saved me just digging through stuff. We're not wasting food because things are organized and old is not piled on top of new, so things are not molding and going bad. So this was a great place for me to start, and I'm not kidding, it has changed my life. I will go ahead and link this video down below. This ottoman we have right between our dining room and our living room, and it has been the perfect little thing to store toys in. I still think I could declutter more in here. The more toys, the more overwhelming it is for children. It's just what I've been reading and learning. So I do want to declutter this even more, but she used to have about double this. I feel like every single cranny was full little pieces, and it was just a real mess.
super uninspiring, really hard to get creative with play. So I cleaned that out for her. I did store some of her toys so that I could rotate, but I also donated several. So that's what her toy bin looks like. I'm gonna hit that again. That was just kind of my first time through, and it did improve, but I know we can make it even better. Piano music. I am a piano teacher. I love playing, my kids love playing, and this was completely full to capacity. So I definitely spent some time working on decluttering that. It's been really nice because we can actually find the music that we want to play. The junk drawer used to be another area that I loved. Hoarding things, anything that I didn't know where to put it, I would just put it in here. And my family followed suit. I set that example, and so our junk drawer always looked just like this. I have really minimized it, and this has been perfect. I was actually worried that I was gonna miss some of the things that I got rid of, and to be honest, now I can't even tell you what they were because I haven't missed them at all. This has been the perfect amount of stuff. I don't know where I got this organizer, but you just need one little organizer caddy. You can grab them pretty much anywhere. Home Goods, Amazon, Walmart, whatever. I have a little flashlight, some coins, batteries, tape. My kids love that. I have some push pins for my home decor. We have dry skin over here. So I've got a hand cream, a lip balm, and then pens. A couple markers, a Sharpie, a pencil sharpener, and a hair tie that does not belong. That is all we've needed. That has been so nice. I've had it like this for about 2.5 weeks, and it has not gotten like jumbled up. I've maintained this. I pull things out that I know don't belong in here. So that's all you need, guys. You probably don't even need all of this. Like, I just have these because I've got little kiddos and stuff, but you can really, really keep a handle on your junk drawer if you just keep the things that you know you use. This drawer right here next to the oven used to barely open. Now it's completely clean. We don't have anything that we need to store in here. We were keeping just a bunch of old bills and papers that were absolutely useless. So this is the other drawer that would not open. We kept a couple of manuals just for our appliances, but we've gotten rid of a lot of the manuals because I feel like we can probably get that info online. All right, so I would love to answer any question that you have on minimalism to the very best of my ability. I've already read several books and I'm feeling super, super inspired myself. So if you have questions, leave them for me in a comment, and I will be doing a separate and dedicated Q&A all about minimalism, how to start, how to deal with minimalism and kids, family members that might not be on board, where to begin, how to curb spending habits, all that good stuff. Leave me a question. I will be super excited to answer that in an upcoming Q&A. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.